This message is brought to you by Wonder Wellness Cannabis Gummies. Where is your journey to wellness taking you today? Wonder offers the convenience of effects-forward, low-dose gummies to take you there. Relax, laugh, or focus. It's your choice. It's cannabis in control. Discover the wonder of cannabis and wellness. Visit us at wonderwellness.co. These products are intended for persons 21 plus in Illinois. Individual experiences may vary.
This is Handle on the Law, marginal legal advice where I tell you you have absolutely no case. If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com. And if you're a lawyer and want to join our team, because people desperately need your help, go to handleonthelaw.com and click on the Join Today tab at the top of the page. The following is a pre-recorded program. Here's one where I think there's no case. Two Capitol police officers are suing former President Trump for physical and emotional injuries suffered in the January 6th riot. And what they're alleging is that Trump rallied the insurrectionists, he did, with baseless election fraud claims, he did, that eventually culminated in the breach of the Capitol that left 5 dead, including a Capitol police officer. That's what happened. But let's move forward with the lawsuit and the language. The insurrectionist mob, which Trump had inflamed, encouraged, incited, directed, aided, and abetted, forced its way over and past the plaintiffs and their fellow officers, pursuing them and attacking them inside the Capitol, causing injuries. Well, here's the problem, and that's across the board. The president never said to storm the Capitol. Never. He said, go show them that you can save America, or you can keep America, whatever he was saying at that time. And as a matter of fact, during the course of what was happening during while the insurrectionists were there, the seditionists, he did say, "Go home, be peaceful." And then he said, "I love you. You're wonderful people." I mean, whatever other ridiculous stuff that he said. But that would be brought up as a defense, and there's no direct link. None. When you are talking about inciting a riot, he would have had to say, go to the Capitol, storm the Capitol, rush the barricades, and take back America. I don't even know what that means, incidentally, the taking back of America. Yeah, I do. The fantasy these people had was that they were going to rush the Capitol and Mike Pence was going to refuse to validate the Electoral College vote. And if Mike Pence refused to do that, therefore there is no validation. Therefore, the President Trump could just march in and declare himself the president because there is no new president. I mean, some crazy ideas these folks had. And I think Trump had the same idea, thinking that if Mike Pence would not count the votes pursuant to the constitutional law, pursuant to the procedures of the House or the Senate, then Joe Biden would not be named as the president. Well, if Mike Pence refused to do it, it's next in line who does. It's not very complicated. So is this lawsuit going to go anywhere? No, it isn't. And there's tons of lawsuits, incidentally, being filed in this regard. But none of them are going to go anyplace. The criminal suits against President Trump are really going to go nowhere because the bar is much higher. I mean, you literally have to have a direct connection and go storm the Capitol. Perform an insurrectionist act. All right. Definitely take some phone calls. Yeah, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Handle.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Did you just say go storm the Capitol? Because I got my shoes on and I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Well, here's the good news.
What I was referring to is that the president would have to say that in order for any legal liability to attach.
Any reasonable person knows how ridiculous all that BS has been.
Yeah,
period.
that's true. And incidentally, where are you located?
I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, pretty
Kansas
much.
City, that's quite a walk, isn't it, to the Capitol, now that you have your tennis shoes on?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. What can I do for you, Jimmy?
Thank you very much for taking my call, Mr.
Sure.
Handel, and I appreciate I enjoy your show. Listen, I'll try to be brief and quick here.
Thank you.
I had a home under contract. I'm in a house now, one we went through, but prior to this, I had a home under contract. Was supposed to be 45 days to close. We had, agreed. Couldn't close the house in 45 days and got another, an extension for 16 days. And couldn't close it then. We asked for additional time. And the seller didn't want to extend me again, so they canceled the offer. And the result was they won't sign off on the earnest money.
Ah, okay.
So,
how much was the earnest money? Got it.
$2,500.
Okay, but that's still $2,500. Now, when you signed the purchase agreement, I'm assuming that earnest money was included in the purchase agreement, that you were going to put that down, correct?
That's a good question.
Well, it has to be. It has to be. If not, why $2,500? Why not $25,000? I mean, it has to be written someplace that $2,500 will be placed in escrow as earnest money.
Correct.
Okay. So with that, you have to look at the language. Sometimes earnest money says non-refundable. The loan goes hard, which means, or the sale goes hard, which means that's it. If you go forward and you lose your $2,500. If not, and it doesn't say anything about that, you go, I want my $2,500 back. Well, I'm keeping it. Why are you keeping it? You're the one that breached. You're the one that said you don't want to close the deal. And you'll say, well, you're the one that breached, but you get your money back. So you should be able to sue in small claims court and get that $2,500 back. You simply have to read that paperwork big time. Tony. Hello, Tony. Welcome.
How you doing, Mr. Handel? I've listened to you for a number of years.
Thank you.
I'm calling because my family member basically had a debt that was owed them, and they received the payment of the debt from someone. The amount was $3,500. During the pending process of 2 days, it appeared to seem like it was going to be released, and my family got the money. Received the money, but then a day later, it disappeared.
They received the money. Wait a sec. When they received the money, where did the money actually go, Tony?
It went to my family member's bank
No, I
account.
understand. But was it a check? Was it cash? Was it a direct deposit into an account?
Cash App deposit to a credit union.
Okay, so it went into a credit union account, correct?
Yes.
And then it disappeared.
Yeah. Yes.
Have you had a conversation with the credit union?
We had conversations with the credit union, and we had conversations with the bank that it was coming from, which, as we found out later, was owned by Cash App.
That doesn't really matter. But the question is, if it hit the credit union, then it's the credit union has to determine how did the money leave the credit union, deposited and then walked out, or if it was the bank that issued the check, then I'm assuming no one received it. How do you know that it hit the credit union? Did the credit union tell you that the money hit it?
We saw it say pending.
Pending means that it has not been deposited. All right, so the money is somewhere there, and pending means that it's pending. They're in the process of processing it. So, what's your question? What do you want to know, Tony?
I want to find out is cash. Okay, so after we thought we received it, we contacted Cash App, and they logged into my mom's account via TeamViewer, and and then after like 2 weeks, they denied our claim.
What claim? What claim? If you never received the money, what claim?
The claim of missing money. I mean, we received
Tony,
this money.
But you're saying, did the money ever actually hit the account that's missing, or did it just say pending? And was the money physically in the account? Do you know?
No, it only said pending. Pending.
So your claim is against money that you never received?
Yes.
Okay. You want to find out what's happening. And how much money are you out? How much have you lost, Tony?
$3,400.
How did you lose $3,400 when you're asking for a loan of $3,500? The money never hit your account. Where did $3,400 get lost?
It got lost. We were paid by somebody.
All right, Tony, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going off in a direction that I have absolutely no desire to move forward on. This is Handle on the Law. And back we go. More Handle on the Law. Marginal legal advice. Susan. Hi, Susan. You're up. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
My question is regarding a trust that had a document with it. I'm trustee for my parents, and there are 4 siblings, and we're okay with that, dividing it up. But they did it.
I'm sorry? I think I lost you. You there? Oh, I think she dropped out. So she'll call back, no doubt. This is why we love cell phones. Cell phones are our lives, aren't we? Is that Susan's calling again? Do we wait for her or not? How patient am I today? Yes, no, sure. Okay, let's, all right, Susan, you there, right?
Correct.
Okay, all right. So you have a document in a trust, 4 siblings. You're fine with splitting up all the money equally. I'm assuming the trust does give all the siblings equal, they're all equal beneficiaries, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so what's your question?
So the document states, and unfortunately it's not part of the will trust, that one of the siblings was going to be paid a certain amount of money each month that would be taken out of the trust once, my parents passed.
Yeah.
Now that person is suing me, saying that it's not a real document. So my question is a notarized paper that's signed by all the siblings and my parents and notarized, is it going to be viewed as legal once we go to court?
Of course. If it's part of the trust, that document should be part of the trust. Is it just a document outside of the trust, or is it incorporated in the language of the trust?
It's a separate document.
Okay. That's a problem because the assets are in the trust, and the trust document controls the trust. So that's an interesting one. Yeah, good. You've got a fight on your hands. And here's the good news. Are your folks still around?
No.
Okay. So, and you're the trustee?
Correct.
Okay. And is there money in the trust?
There was a home that was sold, so yes, there's money now in a trust.
Okay, there's physical money in the trust. How much money is in the trust?
Like $600,000.
Okay, so you're in pretty good shape. So here's what the trust gets to do. The trust gets to defend itself, so you get to hire a lawyer with money out that the trust will pay. And you hire a nice, aggressive lawyer, a trust and estate lawyer. You can go to handleonthelaw.com. We've got tons of them who are going to get into a match with your sibling who wants X number of dollars per month. How much is X number of dollars per month?
It was $700 a month times 14 years.
I mean, that's a chunk of money. Basically, that's what, $8,000 a month. It's $100,000 basically, or a little bit more. Yeah, you have to, but you're going to have to contact a lawyer who the trust will pay for. The sibling who is suing has to have a lawyer and pay for a lawyer. And lawyers normally don't do this on contingency. and there'll probably be some kind of a settlement. That's usually what happens. Because rarely do people go to trial on this sort of thing. So the important thing is for you to get yourself a trust and estate lawyer and just start fighting this. You have no other choice. Isn't that fun with siblings? Siblings are wonderful, wonderful people when it comes to money out of a will or out of a trust. Johnny. Hello, Johnny.
Yeah, so this is my issue. In California, we have two propositions. They're saying you can consume 6 plants. You can grow 6 plants for your own personal use.
Yes.
But now I'm reading some of the laws, and that is a kind of a gray area. A landlord can kind of question you. And I don't. What is your understanding of that? I mean, if you have medicinal, I'm medicinal. I have issues.
Well, what do you mean when you're allowed to grow 6 plants, whether it's medicinal or not? Because now it's anybody can grow it. Now it's recreational drugs, so medicine means nothing. When you ask, can a landlord question you? What do you mean by that?
Do you want out of your house for whatever reason? Selling a home usually means cleaning or painting, repairing, staging. So let me ask, what if you could sell your home for a fair price without any of that hassle? What if the buyer never had to walk through your house? What if you could sell that house without even an appraisal, paying no commission, paying no fees? And what if you could get cash and get it fast? And I'm talking within 10 days or less. That is exactly what directbuyers.com does. They will buy your property now. Directbuyers.com is a local family-owned business. It's been in business since 1986. Do not sell your home until you talk to directbuyers.com. See what they can offer you. They give you a reasonable price, and they'll give you an honest, no-obligation offer. Go to directbuyers.com, directbuyers.com. Call 844-242-SELL, 844-242-SELL. Visit directbuyers.com.
Right, so this is what I mean. As I'm, every year they want to know, what's going on in your residence. You have like roommates. You have
they're allowed
this
to.
and that.
Sure.
So yeah. Obviously, if you tell them your situation and they know that I have a pre-existing condition, which is diabetes, I can prove it. Then I guess I'm okay.
I don't understand what that means. You're okay. Can you grow plants?
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends. It depends on whether the landlord lets you do it or not. If you have a lease that says you're not growing plants, you're not growing marijuana, you're not growing marijuana. And it doesn't matter if you have a pre-existing condition or not. I don't think it's under the ADA. What are you doing? Growing it in a little greenhouse? You're growing it in one of the bedrooms under a grow light?
Right. In one of the bedrooms, I have a
and
little.
And what does he care? And what does a landlord care?
Right. Hey, look at. He probably smokes himself.
There you go. All right. Excellent. That was a great legal question, wasn't it? This is Handle on the Law. More Handle on the Law, marginal legal advice. Hey, Patrick.
Who controls the outside appearance of 5 mailboxes on my property? My neighbor has decorated one really ugly, and he's an ex-cop, and I want to be really careful on what I do next.
That's interesting because you put it up. I don't know if it belongs to that's a great question, by the way. I've never had this question before. No, it's good. No, it's rarely do I get a question that I haven't been asked before. I've been doing the show for a very long time. Obviously, you can't tamper with a mailbox at all, and I don't know if it belongs to the post office or not. I don't know if the mailbox can be painted or disfigured. I'd call the local post office, talk to the postmaster there, and say, hey...
They've not been helpful.
What?
They've not been helpful at all. They've kind of ignored the issue completely.
I mean, have they given you an answer?
Not really. They don't want to touch it. It's been interesting. So...
All right, so it's on your property, correct? It's on your property.
Yes, and I did... Correct, and I did buy and replace them. So, but again, the neighbor's done it really ugly. I'm getting complaints from neighbors. It's the view outside my main window.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what I would think. And you can't call the cops and accuse them of defacing a mailbox because, of course, the cops won't show up. You know what? Let me ask you. If you just painted it over, does he come over with his baton and smash your head in? Is he that kind of guy?
Not quite. By the way, it's magnetic, so I can just take it off. I just haven't done that yet.
You're talking about what's on the You're talking about the what he's put on is magnetic. You can actually take it off. It's like a domino sign on top of a car.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, why don't you just take it off and say, "Hey, have you talked to him about it?"
Not yet. Like I said, I don't want to do anything stupid.
Yeah, I know that. If you talk to him about it and first ask him, "Hey, the neighbors are all complaining. Give us a break. We're neighbors.
Okay.
It's we would appreciate it. And hey, we like you. You like us. And it's just be cognizant of what the neighbors are about." John, hello, John. You're up. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
I've got a son, a 16-year-old son. My wife and I. He has mild, moderate autism, and we were told that we do have to apply for conservatorship of him, and we were told there was a window between his age of 17 and 18 to do so. So I guess I'm just calling up for some general tips or advice. I know we have to have a special attorney to do that for us, and I think the cost is around $2 or $3 grand from what I've been told. Just your thoughts on applying for conservatorship?
Yeah, I think you have to. You have no choice. You've got to do it. And you're right. It's a specialty. And you can find out that's easy because there's all manner of nonprofit autism organizations, National Association of Autism, California Association, whatever they are, and they'll lead you down that path. And there may be they may have people that actually help you do it. Where
is that window between? Sorry,
I don't know anything. I don't know anything about the window. I have no idea about the window. So you're going to need some help, and I don't know if it's going to cost $2,000 to $3,000. It may be far less with the help of these organizations. Good luck. And you have to have a conservatorship when you have an autistic child. I mean, especially as the child reaches the age of majority and is unable to cope. The conservatorship absolutely is it's appropriate here. Dolores, hello, Dolores.
I got a divorce and it was final approximately 5 years ago. But I'm hearing that during the time that I was supposedly represented by my lawyer, he was in negotiations with my ex-husband's lawyer to buy his business.
Whoa. How's that for a conflict? Okay, now let me ask you, Dolores, were you screwed in the divorce?
I think so.
Oh, and what does that mean? Did you get half? Did you get a half of?
No, he what? There were a lot of lies, and that, but he...
Well, there are always a lot of lies. I mean, that there's no such thing as truth during the course of a divorce. But if you got seriously screwed, if you didn't, no harm, no foul, because they could... a lawyer can still enter into a negotiation. It's a conflict, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not doing a good job for you and representing you appropriately. So you don't know that. What do you think? What do you think the lawyer did? You said, I've heard. Who have you heard from?
Well, one of the gals that used to work for him as paralegal, she actually quit his business. But I don't want to go by, she said, he said, and all that. I want to, strictly to hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Well, here's what's going to happen. You're going to have to hire a lawyer and sue him for conflict. And you're going to have to allege how much you've been damaged. Now we're back to square one. How much money would you have gotten had there not been a conflict? Did he misrepresent you? Did he do a bad job?
I believe he did a bad job because there's a lot of things I said to him, I talked to him about, and it never came up. Just never came up. And
I understand it never came up, but what does that mean? That's a conflict, I understand. But what does that mean? You think he did a bad job? Did you not get enough money? Did you not split the assets? Are you not getting enough spousal support because he caved?
We didn't split the assets equally, no.
Okay, he got more assets than you did?
Yes.
Okay, how long were you married?
A hell of a long time.
A hell of a long time. Okay, so during the course of a hell of a long time, all the property was that bought during the course of the marriage?
Yes.
Okay, and then you have a statute issue. You've got an issue.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Yeah, you got that one too. How much money do you think you were screwed out of?
Probably, let me see. It's got to be over $100.
Okay, well, and a lawyer's going to be expensive. Go to handleonthelaw.com. Go to the website and see if someone can help you there. That's not an easy case. Most lawyers won't take that up. Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Welcome.
Hey. Hi. So I have kind of a backwards sort of case. My husband was VP at a high-profile company.
Okay, you're breaking up, Ellen. I can't really hear you well. Try it again. Go ahead.
Is this better?
That's better.
Okay. So my husband was VP at a high-profile company.
That's not better. That's not better.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on hold. You have to go to another place with that phone of yours. Yeah. Keith. Hello, Keith. You're up. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Yes, Bill. My daughter and her now ex-boyfriend had a storage unit. He has moved out of state about a year ago, and she is paying for the unit all herself now. She wants to clear it out and, move on. And he has taken what he wanted, but will not help clear out the rest or pay for rent. The question is, since she is cleaning it out and selling her own stuff, can she sell what is supposedly his to pay for the back?
Yeah, I think so, but you have to be very careful. Does she have access to him? Does she know where he is? An email address, a phone number?
Oh yeah, they've been in contact.
All right.
Sort of.
So what she has to do in writing is say, hey, I'm cleaning out the stuff. You took what you want. You've got 10 days to come and grab your stuff. And then he doesn't come in, and then she has to, she can't sell it without giving him a chance of coming back, because there's all kinds of rules and laws, et cetera, and you get to look those up, because I won't.
Can she text him? Is that if she has it on a text?
Texting is fine as long as there is a record of when and what the language says in the text. Yeah, sure. He's got to cooperate. And if he doesn't, you say, hey, I'm selling this stuff, or I'm getting rid of this stuff. You don't even have to say I'm selling it. I'm just getting rid of the stuff. Now, he can come back and say, well, I want money, part of the money or all of the money, and you sold it for me. No, you gave it up. You abandoned it. And that's the word you want to use. You have abandoned your property, and I am now dealing with it. You have 10 days to deal with it, or 2 weeks, or whatever. The longer you give them, the easier it is. Then I would sell it. And so what's he going to do? Sue? He's going to sue in small claims court? How much is his stuff worth?
Well, most of it's junk. But
okay,
also
and so she's not going to get anything for it.
Does he have to have proof of what he owns? Because a lot of the things he's got came from jobs or
he has to prove. Yeah, he's got to prove what's in there. Now, if she sells it and he subpoenas her and the documents, she has to supply them. And so here's the proof. You sold this for $100. You sold this for $150. That's my stuff you sold. And then the defense is, you abandoned it. I told you. I said, pick it up. You refused to do it. We don't have an agreement where I'm selling it on your behalf. And so I think she'll be okay in selling it. And if I'm wrong, it's probably, a $5,000 fine and triple damages. This is Handle on the Law. Welcome back to Handle on the Law, marginal legal advice. Okay, Orlando, you're up. What can I do
Bill,
for you?
How you doing?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Back in 2019, I went and got a dye test, got an X-ray, and insurance paid the bill for it. The company who did the X-ray said they never got the payment. My insurance company sent me a letter saying they not only got the payment, they showed what day the check was cashed. So this has been going on since 2019. The radiology company, they're coming after me saying they never got paid. I spoke to them. They put it in collections. We worked it out. They took it out of collections, said they would bill the insurance company again. Then they said they lost the billing information for the insurance company. So I sent them the insurance company information so they could rebill again.
All right, so what's going on right now? What's happening at this moment?
Okay, this is what happened. For whatever reason, the radiology company said, hey, we've been sending you statements. It's being returned by mail. The mail's being returned. We don't know what's going on. It's being returned. I said, well, I haven't moved. It's the same address. So I got a notice from Experian the other day saying, hey, your credit score just went down.
Because they were, okay. First of all, you have to write the radiology company and saying that you have falsely reported me. I'm assuming it's the radiology company, falsely reported me as a non-pay when I have a copy of the check. that you've been paid.
I don't have a copy of the check.
All right,
I have a letter from the insurance company.
Get the copy. Well, that helps. But if you have a copy of the check, that would be wonderful. And if you can ask
They
the
said
insurance,
they couldn't give it to me.
They couldn't.
No, they said they couldn't give it to me. They couldn't give it. They could just show a letter saying, "Hey, it was paid on this date, and it was cashed by them on this date."
Okay.
So
well, if that letter says that, and you've sent that to the collection agency, correct?
Negative. I have not.
Okay. You have to send that to everybody, including Experian. Including Experian, because you want to dispute the negative on that. You want to you want to dispute the ding, and you got to fight. It's one of those where you got caught in between the cracks, and it's just, that's no fun at all when that happens. Which is why I do commercials for LifeLock. Just wanted to say, hello, Al. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Quick question. Back in 1998, I had a credit card that I defaulted on, about $1,000. And a couple of days ago, I got a call from collection agency saying they wanted to collect on that. So isn't that past? What is it?
Of course it is. Yeah, it's well past the statute, of course. And
so what do I tell them?
Just tell them no, thank you. Say there's a statute of limitations issue here. What part of that do you not understand?
Okay.
And then they'll come up with some crapple news. Well, why don't you pay $5? Why don't you pay, just to show good faith? I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's what they said.
And I'm hoping you didn't pay a dime.
No, they started at $3,600.
Yeah, no. I'm assuming you didn't pay a dime, correct?
No, I did not.
Good. If they call you again, tell you what. This is pure harassment. You're in violation of the law in dealing with a bill that cannot be collected, a debt that cannot be collected because of statute of limitations, and then just hang up. They're not going to sue you. And if they ding your credit for a bill that's owed where the statute has passed, theoretically they can, but for 12 years ago, I don't think so. I think you're going to be okay on that. Shanna, or Shauna, whichever way you pronounce it, welcome.
Hi. My husband passed away about 3 years ago, and we were separated but still married. And he had a paid-off house that he took my name off of when we separated. Anyways, it's been in the probate courts for 3 years now. There's a niece that's claiming entitlement, and I'm all breathy because I'm on a walk. She's claiming entitlement. She's not on the will. So, and now it's in trial, going to trial. And I have a question. Why would the judge, she's not on the will, right?
Right.
Why would it go to trial?
I have no idea. Well, because she's insisting on it. Because when you contest a will, you can force the issue of going to trial, depending
Based on what, though?
I'm sorry?
Based on what? What kind of evidence?
Based on the fact that he intended to leave it to her, that she is entitled to it because of being connected by blood. Now, when you say you're separated, you were still legally married?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where she's going with that. I have absolutely no idea. Now, was there a will leaving it to her or leaving portion of it to her?
No. The will was to leave it to me and my children.
Oh, and it's okay. And yeah, you're fine. I have no idea why she's going to trial. It makes absolutely no sense. But she's paying attorney's fees, that's for sure. Or he's doing it on contingency. How much is a house worth, Shanna?
About $620.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I don't see the basis of it going to trial. I don't even know why it survived summary judgment. But so be it. This is Handle on the Law.
This message is brought to you by Wonder Wellness Cannabis Gummies. Where is your journey to wellness taking you today? Wonder offers the convenience of effects-forward, low-dose gummies to take you there. Relax, laugh, or focus. It's your choice. It's cannabis in control. Discover the wonder of cannabis and wellness. Visit us at wonderwellness.co. These products are intended for persons 21 plus in Illinois. Individual experiences may vary.